Okie dokie. I just finished tapping out the holes, half 13s, and it's plenty deep for the entire bolt. And I put the bearings on, no grease yet, and put it all together. And you can see that the triple trees will allow a massive turn. Uh-oh, the radio just came back on. All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, you can see that we're allowed just a massive amounts of turn. You'll be able to turn pretty much damn near down to 90 degrees, you know, which is great in a parking lot. But this is what we want. Maximum turn. And you can see that thing is pointed right up to where the driver's head is going to be, right in line with this. This whole thing goes down there to the point. It's going to be great. This trike is going to handle like a dream. Now, as you can see, I cleaned up my desk area there and put all that junk away. And the first thing we do, prepping for a front end, is to take a nice new grind wheel that's nice and flat, nice and big, and we smooth off this. We slick this off and make it just as smooth as a baby's butt, and flat too. And then we start in on the front end. All right, I've taken the centerpiece and the upper piece of the front end and put my equally matched straps here in, and that's the jig, and we're going to build the front end around that. But first we got to calculate how long the front end is going to be, so we'll go work on that. And when I figure that out, I'll let you know. All right, to determine the length of the front end, first thing we do is mark the pad point. It's called pad point because that is the ideal spot for the pad of the tire, the footprint, so to speak, the foot pad of the tire to sit on pad point. Okay, and the pad point is determined by where this axial line goes down to and hits the ground, bam, right there. And the trike has to be level, and it has to be straight. Okay, so we know that's pad point. We know our front wheel is going to be right there, okay? And then we take our imaginary line here and mark from the front end up there to the triple tree. It's easier then when you don't have the camera in your hand, then you can figure that shit out, At any rate, I marked it and measured it, and we're going to do a 38-inch front end overall. The rockers will be right here, and the front end will stop right there, and, the usual. Anyways, 38 inches, because that's where pad point is, and that's what this dictates. Chicken scratches. This is how I figured out, how long to make the front end. So we got everything set up. The axle is over pad point. We measured it from there to there, and we need 38 inches. And we already know what this top measurement is. Those are already set up. So we measured from there down to the rocker, and we want 6 inches of rocker. So now we know there's our 38. So we're going to have to cut our top tube 32 inches. The top tubes will be 32 inches, solid steel. And then the rocker will be 6 inches. Here's the bail, which operates the shock absorber, which goes in that. There's the lower shock mount. There's the rocker. There's the bearings. There's bearings in right here for runs up and down on. And okay. That's it then. I set the cut 30-inch pieces, which are cut and smooth and clean. I set them on top of or underneath the jig here, and tacked them on. Made sure everything is straight in all directions. That everything is equal distance. So that it stays the same distance apart and everything is square. Yada yada. And then tack these on. They're nice. It's not going anywhere. And the next part will be, we take the bottom and nail it on right there, and then once that's nailed, actually, you know what? No, take that back. We weld it there, and then before we weld it there, we heat it and bend it down to there. And once it gets down to there, then we weld that. So yeah, so that's that. So, there's my girlfriend. I gotta go.